Michael Vick is now a head coach. The former NFL star quarterback is returning home to be the next head coach at Norfolk State. The Spartans campus is just 20 miles away from his hometown of Newport News, Virginia. Now, last season, the Spartans went 4-8 before parting ways with former head coach Dawson Odoms. Rodney, how much success can Michael Vick have at a program like Norfolk State?
He can have all the success he wants, because in the 757, which is the part of Virginia that Mike Vick is from, Mike Vick is a god. Like, if you think that Prime's impact in Jackson, Mississippi is big, Michael Vick taking over at Norfolk State is, man, you can't even, if you're not familiar with that area, right? Then it's the same area that like Allen Iverson is from, and Mike Vick and Allen Iverson are both literal gods in this area. It's like insane. So I'm excited for him. I went to North Carolina A&T State University. We used to be in the MEAC conference, which is the conference that Norfolk State is in. I am so mad that we are no longer in this conference, that we cannot benefit from Mike Vick's presence at our university. This is going to change what it means to play football in the MEAC, and Michael Vick is going to be in an area that also has elite athletes, and they are all going to want to play for Mike Vick in a very similar fashion that athletes now want to play for Deion Sanders. This is a huge, monumental moment for that university and historically black colleges in total.
And it's not just that area. He's going to probably get athletes from all over. He's probably going to get the best dual threat quarterbacks that you could think of. I'm really excited to see. It really reminds me of, obviously, Deion Sanders when he was at Jackson State, and then even Eddie George at Tennessee State. So I just want him to understand, though, that this is a huge moment for former black athletes that want to get into coaching. It's special. You're at a historically black college and institution, or university, and so it's bigger than you. And I want him to understand that. I think that he knows that. He grew up there, so it's going to be exciting to see. He's never coached before at this level, so hopefully he does like Coach Prime, and he gets some former athletes or some really good coaches around him to kind of help him in this transition. But I think it's going to be good. And I want to see Norfolk State back to their winning ways too.
Yeah, for sure. A very proud university, a very proud alumni base. And, Mike Vick, he defines a generation of athletes for a lot of black men. And even now, when you watch his highlights, you're still like floored that this was the guy. Like, this was the guy. So it's super exciting. I what I will say is that I hope that we are not going to just continue to use these HBCUs as launching pads for greater opportunity, we'll call it, right? At universities that are at Power 5 schools. I feel conflicted in saying that, because the evolution of professional success is to go on to the next chapter, the next thing, and dominate and get bigger, more grandiose opportunities. And so I recognize that. But there's a special culture that exists at HBCUs. It is not just a collegiate atmosphere. It is an incubator for black brilliance and excellence. These institutions represent a marginalized people who, in no other space in this country, are they the majority. And so this is a very unique place to be the head of a football program, because you're not just a coach. You're a mentor, you're a father, you're a spiritual liaison and guide for many of these young men. And not just even people on your team, but that university at large. And so, unfortunately, that is an unenviable part of being a successful black man. When you're given an opportunity like this, it is not just about coaching football. It is about so much more, especially in your hometown, especially just 20 miles away from where you were raised. And this is an area that has high crime rates. There are a lot of black men who have lost their lives. It's a tough area. And Mike Vick was nurtured. He's from this. He's of this. And so I hope that he's there for the purpose of enriching that area and not just looking to get his feet wet and learn and then dip off. That's my hope. I can't project my desires onto him, but I'm always going to I gotta throw that out there. You all let us know your thoughts on Mike Vick being named the head coach at Norfolk State University. Is this the kind of move that will allow HBCU football to be respected nationally and taken back to a place that Prime once had historically black college football? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.